We're here today to celebrate what is technically known as unequal pay day, which is why us women are dressed in red, because it takes until, this year, it took until April 10th for women to earn, on average, what men earned last year. This is a sad fact. We're not celebrating it, we're just pointing it out. In 1963, when the Equal Pay Act was passed, full-time working women were paid 59 cents on average for every dollar paid for men. Today, hooray for us, women earn an average of 82 cents for every dollar men earn. So that's only been 55 years to close the gap by 23 cents. This is pathetic and awful. This pay gap exists in every occupation, including those dominated by women, and of course it's worse for women of color. The good news is yesterday a federal appeals court set Ninth Circuit, but maybe the Fourth Circuit will learn from them. They ruled that employers cannot justify paying a woman less than a man that's doing the same job because of salary history alone. And hopefully that will help us as a country start thinking differently about what we need to think about. Councilmember Navarro.
Thank you. Thank you, Councilmember Floreen. I think it's super important to also note, and as a woman of color, as an immigrant as well, this disproportionately affects even further those groups. It is incredible that African American women on average earn only 64 cents and Latinas on average earn only 56 cents for every dollar earned by a white non-Hispanic man. And I think that we have to recognize this is all rooted in historic disparities and a lot of struggles that all women have faced in this country. And we should not accept this, and we should work at every single level to ensure that these disparities continue to not only close but be completely eliminated, especially at a time when we know that so many women are in the workforce. So I think it is important to point this out and to shed light on it, and then again work towards policies that will finally address this extraordinary disparity. I will also note that this is not just a women's issue. I mean, this is a community. This is a family. This is really an entire, I would say, world community issue, because what affects women affects everyone. Thank you.
Indeed, well said, Nancy. So we have with us representatives from Montgomery County Now, Elisa Blattman and Jeanette Feldner. Would you like to make some comments?
Sure. My name is Alyssa Blattman. I'm the president of Montgomery County Now. We're a feminist organization. We work at the state and local level to help advance women's rights. We've worked with the county council here on a number of issues. One of our core issues is economic justice for women. Our other core issues are reproductive rights, constitutional equality, racial justice, LGBTQIA rights, and ending violence against women. And if you would like to join us this evening, we're having an Equal Pay Day Unhappy Hour at Miller's Ale House on Rockville Pike from 6 to 9, and we'd love to see you come out.
I don't have much to say. She said it all, but yeah, it's not really a day to celebrate. It's a day to recognize, and that's why we have an unhappy hour. But we're working on it together.
So I want to recognize we have the Poolsville girls basketball team. Yeah, you go, ladies. Listen up, because we're fighting for you, but you're going to have to carry this battle forward. So we want to make sure that you guys are getting the jobs that you deserve and are paid the pay you deserve. So just know that, ladies. So with that, Nancy, you want to help me read the proclamation?
Sure.
You want to start off?
Whereas more than 50 years after the passage of the Equal Pay Act and the Title VI of the Civil Rights Act, women continue to suffer the consequences of inequitable pay differentials. It was actually Title VII. Whereas year-round full-time working women in 2015 earned only 80% of the earnings of year-round full-time working men, and women earn less than every occupation classification for which enough data is available, including occupations dominated by women. And whereas
over a working lifetime, This wage disparity costs the average American woman and her family an estimated $700,000 to $2 million in lost wages, impacting Social Security benefits and pensions. And whereas in Montgomery County over the past decade, women have represented nearly half of the labor force. And whereas April 10th symbolizes the date on which the wages paid to American women catch up to the wages paid to men for the previous year. Now therefore be it resolved that the County Council of Montgomery County, Maryland hereby designates April 10, 2018 as Equal Pay Day and calls upon government officials, business and industry leaders, and all people of Montgomery County to recognize the full value of women's skills and significant contributions to the labor force, and further encourages businesses to conduct internal pay evaluations to ensure that women are paid fairly. Presented this 10th day of April in the year 2018 and signed by our Council President, Hans Riemer. So with that, we'll stand for the official photo of unhappiness.
Yes, we will.